What's going on, everybody, man? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a very revealing video. So I'm going to see if I'm going to be able to time this thing just perfect enough, but I feel like it's time to kind of, I got parts in. I know you guys seen the thumbnail, so I got a bunch of stuff in. So when I said I want to make sure that I time this perfectly, I'm still waiting on one particular thing, and that's the that IDCCD controller that iWire is coming out with. Excuse me. I'm trying to time me getting to that point to where I can install it. I'm trying to see if I can time that perfectly. So what's going to happen in this video is we're going to talk about the parts I got and the videos that are going to be starting to drop here soon, because I'm going to go ahead and start doing stuff as far as for this transmission swap and let you guys know everything else I got going on. Plus, kind of give you guys a heads up on the plan that I got going on to install these parts. So let's, I'm gonna try not to make this too long, but it may be long because I might go into a little bit of an explanation of why I picked what I picked. But let's start looking at all this stuff, man. So here we go. We got a table full of parts and full of things that is going to be needed. One for the transmission swap, and then other supporting mods that I'm going to need to do in order to make that swap happen, plus everything else that's on our list over there, which, as you can see, we got a whole bunch of check marks over there on things that we got done, especially right here, man. I'm really happy about this one because, again, with that P0420, still no error, everything is running smooth. I've been doing wide open throttle pulls on it, and I'm just trying different things with it right now. So right now I'm running E40. I'm running about 45% ethanol content in the car. I wanted to do 50, but I kind of screwed up on my calculations. But still running smooth, no issues, still running error free. Just let you guys know. Now, this whole table right here. So now I'm going to start with a few things that I bought that I was going to do on my current setup with the car, but this stuff is also going to work with the STI transmission swap. So it gives me the opportunity to install these things on there so that when that thing is put in, I'm all ready to go. And one of those beginning things is going to be this guy right here, the pairing clutch delay mod. I do have that. It will work for the WRX transmission and the STI transmission. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to install this onto the slave cylinder on the STI clutch. So I'll be able to do that, give you guys some good angles on that when I install this. And that way you guys can see everything that's going on without me having to go through all the hard work of, I think, because when you do it in the car, especially on the STI, you have to take the slave cylinder out in order to be able to get to it. And it's a lot of stuff you got to do to take that off, but we're gonna be able to do it without doing all of that. So we have this guy right here. Also, I wanted to do the Torque Solutions pitch stop brace, which comes with a steel braided clutch line. So I'm gonna see if this is gonna work on the car regardless, but the clutch line, I'm gonna be using that instead of what's already on there to be able to hook up to the slave cylinder. So that's gonna help out right there. That way then I don't have to be bleeding the clutch too many times. I can do it one time, have everything installed, and be good to go. Now, the braking upgrade. Now, this is before I got this stuff before I actually got the transmission swap, because with that swap did come the knuckles and all of that stuff for an STI and the brake rotors. It just didn't come with the pads. So since I got this, I'm going to use this for right now. If I can come across some STI brake pads that I can get if I can get it for a good price, maybe I'll swap over to that later on down the road. But I do got those, and they did come with some steel braided brake lines for the rear and for the front. It also, and this is R1 Concepts. They had a complete kit that I got. Whenever I do the video, I'll drop you guys a link to where I got this. I got it on Amazon, so got it for a pretty good price. It was actually on sale too. So that's the rear and the front discs, both of those. And the kit also came with front and rear pads as well. So I got that. We got that going on. So that is a video that's going to be coming up here pretty soon. Like I said, I'm going to try and piece all this stuff together while I'm going to have the car up in the air already. I already showed you guys this guy right here. So we're gonna put this into use, but in order to use this, we gotta wait on that iWire controller that's gonna help me be able to use this thing right here. So that is the only thing I'm really waiting on as far as to be able to really complete the swap altogether. I did get the iWire harnessed from the WRX to the STI transmission right here. This is so that you get your rear brake lights and all of that stuff. The supporting things you need to do to get the stick shift put in. There's this guy right here, this little rubber insulator. And then there's the brackets you got to get as well for the STI. So I get to put that in after I take out the stock WRX stuff. Also, we have the bushings. I got the Cart Boy combo kit. So it's the short shifter here. It has the kit came with the little brakes for the back, the bushings for the front, and then as far as for the shifter bushings, I got those. I got turn-in concept shifter bushings because one is missing on the stock one anyway, but these are going to be a little bit better, give me a better solid feel. Another supporting model there is the transmission cover for the STI transmission. I had to buy that as well. And you know, I got the little the drain plug bushings and all of that stuff, and a breather pipe for the rear diff as well, because that one that's on there is pretty messed up. So I'm gonna be putting a new one on there. And then one of the most expensive things out this whole thing that I got is the ACT Mod Twin clutch. So I did get that. I wanted that. This thing holds a lot of power. Not saying that I'm looking to get that much power, but I want this to be able to hold whatever I throw at it and be good to go for a long period of time, so I don't have to be revisiting this. But I did have this. I did get this. So we got this to put on. I also was able to get that cocktail I was telling you guys about. It was the red line cocktail for the transmission. So I got 2 of the 75 weight red line gear oil, along with a lightweight shockproof red line fluid as well. You know me, I like to use my AMSOIL, so this is what's going to go in the diff. Got some AMSOIL diff oil. And I already showed you guys this. It was sent in by a subscriber, so we got that. And also the reverse lockout. The reverse lockout is to help with the vibration that you get whenever you do use the Cart Boy short shifter in your STIs. This is going to help eliminate some of that rattling, so we'll be able to install this thing. Now, another supporting mod that I got for something else I got going on when we lower the car. So this is going to be for lowering the car. And now I got the white line rear adjustable lower control arms. I got those. And the next thing we got is right over here. So remember I told you guys, I had to get this from a whole bunch of separate places, but I was able to get the STI yellow springs, lowering springs for the car. And I got Bilstein shocks for the front and for the rear. So we got that and that. So we going to lower the car. I got to figure out when I'm going to do this here, because I need to be able to lift the car up as high as I can. Reason being is if I lower the car now, I won't be able to lift it up as high to be able to do the transmission swap. And what I got to also assist me with that swap, this trash can out the way, is I got this guy right here. Went to Harbor Freight, got me a transmission jack. That should help me roll it under there. So I am going to try and attack this thing by myself. I've done a lot of installs in the past on stuff, and I just did it all myself. So it's doable. You just got to use a little ingenuity, and you should be able to get it done. If not, I do have the call a friend on tap. So if I do need some help, I will be able to get some help doing that. So that's some more things I got. There are also a few things that I might need to do as well when I'm doing the swap, especially for my top mount. And up there is a bracket, a Process West bracket that you use for the CVT. After some of the research I did said that I would probably need to use the CVT bracket, and that connects better with the STI transmission, but we're gonna find that out when we get there. But I have it just in case. If I do need it, I do have it. So this is pretty much everything that we got so far, and I got a lot of work coming up in the future, and I do want to start doing some of these installs while I'm waiting for the last component that I need to be able to get the controller to work, the DCCD controller to work. So I got a few things on deck that I need to do. which we're gonna get into here real soon. So before we go any further with the video, I do want to make sure that I give a huge shout out and thanks to Import Image Racing and Dane Young, who's the rep I've been dealing with for quite a few years now. Anytime I get, most of the parts I got on the car is from Import Image Racing and ordering and being able to get this stuff through Dane Young. So man, appreciate you, dog. I was able to get approved to be part of a partial sponsorship from them. So man, you know, like I've always told you guys, man, them guys have excellent customer service. You know, I am a stickler for good customer service. That means I can do business with you and it's going to be a pleasant experience every single time, like it has been with Import Image Racing. So again, appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for giving me this chance and making this possible for me to be able to get these parts as quickly as I did. So hey, you guys want to get parts, man, hey, head over to Import Image Racing, man, ask for Dane, man, and have them set you up, dog. Like I say, good customer service, good parts, can't go wrong. Now, oh man, it's kind of hot in here. As for a few things that I did get done already, so I've been kind of looking over most of the components that are for the swap that I got. So, and I have been trying to do a little cleaning. So I did clean up the axles and I was able to inspect the axles to see what they look like and make sure that I have no damaged boots or anything. So those look good. I cleaned them up a little bit as well because they were pretty greasy and nasty, and you got to clean some of that grease off in order to be able to investigate if you do have an issue or not, but everything looks good there. So I cleaned them up and I kind of ordered them up so they don't rust or anything like that, and wrapped them up, and I put those in my storage shed until I'm ready for them. So I did get that done. What else do we got here? I'm trying to look at my list. Yeah, come on, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Come on, man. The checklist, dog. So I got that. I'm trying to make sure I don't forget anything, y'all. So again, some of my choices, like even like to use lowering springs and to use the Bilstein shocks. I wanted to use those because I wanted to kind of keep somewhat of an OEM feel. So I get to use my rubber top hats instead of it being metal to metal. I can get the rubber top hats because some of the extra sounds you hear is due to the vibration and it being metal to metal on your shock towers and all that stuff. So I want to be able to use those. And I just want a slight lowering because whenever we get to that point, I'm gonna show y'all what I mean by my driveway and being able to get in and out of the driveway. So there should be just enough low for me to be able to do what I need to do, improve my handling, and you know, be able to do what I need to do and kind of change the look of the car a little bit. Because like I say, I'm not looking to do like I used to do, which I used to be able to push a 12-ounce soda can across the parking lot with my bumper. I can just and then roll it across. I'm not trying to be one of them low boys no more, so I'm not trying to do that. But there is that, so that's kind of the reason why I picked that. You know, the last thing I ever did was coilovers, but how often do you raise and lower your car? I don't do that because every time you do it, you got to get in alignment, and no. So that's kind of the reason why I went that route, and I just want some better handling to agree. Now, if I need something else later on, I can always do that. But for right now, this is kind of in my wheelhouse of what I want to do. Now, as far as for the brakes, the R-Run Concepts brakes, I wanted to check those out because I want to improve the braking. I got more power now, so I want to improve the braking a little bit. And remember, I did get this stuff before I got the swap. So it gives me a little bit more extra time to be able to locate some STI brakes, front and rear calipers, the way I can add that to it, and I can always swap that stuff over later. So, real talk, y'all. I'm interested in what y'all think about my choices. I think it's interesting to hear, I already got it at this point, you know what I mean? But like I said, I want to do a modest build, but I want it to be something where I ain't got to go revisit it and change something out from time to time. So it's, I really want to see what you guys think about it. And if y'all see that I'm missing anything else, let me know. Hell, if y'all got an ear out for some STI well, no, not yet. Until I buy that last component I need, or get that last component from iWire, because I don't know exactly how that's going to work. If they're going to send it to me or not, or I don't know. But keep an eye out for me. If y'all see something, y'all know something that's out there that I can use that's going to work with my setup, let me know. I might be interested in trying to purchase it. All right, so again, I'm not trying to, bore you guys too much with too much talking. I got some stuff I'm going to be doing in between until I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to align better with getting that last component that I need to complete this swap. And because while I have everything apart, I don't want to be taking everything apart again. Like when I take the interior apart, I want to be able to go ahead and move towards doing all the wiring and all of that stuff for the that iWire, that DCCD controller. I want to be able to do all that all at one time, put it all together, and then just get to testing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you guys, man. Appreciate it if you made it this far in the video. Again, throw them comments below. Let me know what y'all think. Or if y'all think it's something that I'm missing, or if y'all think something that might help with getting this swap done and making it as pleasant as a process as it can be, because I know this is going to be pretty difficult, but it is what it is. I should be able to get it done. Thank y'all. Make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, hit all so you get notified whenever I put out a video. And until the next video, fam, peace.